Fire up the pros. Fire up the pros, roll them off. Fire up the pros, roll them off. All right, drivers, get double file up, tighten it up.
So seeing the pros come on out to the track now, and yeah, looking like we got a nice size field out here as always. So we're going to go through the starting order before they get this thing kicked off for a nice 10-lap feature here this afternoon. Daniel Wilk, he's going to be on the pole here this afternoon. Nate Trito out of Concord, North Carolina, he's going to be in second. Second row is going to be Justice Calabro, excuse me. And PJ Evans in row number 2. Bryce Applegate and Danny Chisholm, that's going to be row number 3. Cole Dockery and Trevor Kraus in row 4. Jacob Bradley and Alex McCollum in row number 5. And Nicholas Sawa, he is going to be on the 11th position here out of Huntersville, North Carolina here this evening. So, yeah, it's going to be a great feature for the pro guys here. We just saw a very eventful Masters feature. Look and see what we can get for the pro guys here tonight. So if you're watching on Facebook, we appreciate you. Make sure you come on by uslegendcars.tv. We're going to have all the action for you here this afternoon, and it is going to be some great action now as we are hearing from race control. That pace car going to head on down pit road, and the field is going to be in the hands of Daniel Wilk in that 27 machine. We are green. So right there, the 9 of Nate Trito, he is going to jump out to the lead after starting in 3rd. So a great restart for the 9. Right now a battle between 4th and 5th. That's the 12 of PJ Evans and the 87 of Danny Chisholm. So great battles here starting off on the first lap of 10 here. So make sure if you're out there in Facebook, we want to know who you're rooting for here in this afternoon's races. Please share this stream and join us all afternoon long. We love having you out there in the chat. So coming back through turn number 11 right now, going up through the chute, really lined up, single file real nicely here. A real tight field for these pros. The 12 and the 25 side by side as they complete the first lap coming to turn number 1. That's PJ Evans taking 3rd from Justice Calabro. Got the 87 of Danny Chisholm rounding out the top 5 here. So the 2 leaders checking out for the time being. Nate Trito out in front. Danny Wilk in second. Daniel Wilk right on the bumper, you can see right there, of our leaders. So great battles up front. Great battles mid-pack here too. The 15 and the 20 side by side. That's Trevor Kraus and Danny Applegate, or excuse me, Bryce Applegate. So battles happening all over the track right now. Hard to keep my eye on one of them. Wow, coming out of turn 6. That pack that we were just watching, almost we saw an incident there. But right now the battle up front right here between Nate Trito and Daniel Wilk. Trito gets out to that early lead after starting 3rd. A really advantageous starting spot through 1 and 2. We've seen some people taking advantage of it here this afternoon. And right now paying off for the 9 as he's coming back to the stripe to complete the second lap. Yellow in the tunnel here as they get it back up. So that car is going to get back in the right direction. Trying to get a number on that here. Cannot see it from the booth. But regardless, we stay green. No full course caution needed. So our leaders going through 3 and 4 right now, coming back out onto turn number 5 here on the Roval. And it is bumper to bumper for Trito and Wilk. So back around number 6 here. Trito still hanging on in that orange number 9. Further on back, PJ Evans has taken sole possession of 3rd. And there you see it. We have the full course caution. You hear it coming from Kyle McGowan.
Got a car stop exit of the tunnel. Full course caution, everyone. Full course. Full course.
So hearing that it's at the exit of the tunnel, yeah, I'm not sure we have it. So right where they're going through right now, yeah, they just saw it right behind that shop. I believe it's the garage, the NASCAR garage, so we don't have a really good perspective of it. So there it is right there, looking like it might be the 87 of Danny Chisholm. So he's getting out of his car, it looks like. So his day might be done. Looking like he might need to take a tow or push him back down pit lane right there. Pit lane just not too far from where he's at right now. So we want to hear where you guys are watching from out there now that we are on Facebook. We love seeing who we got out there in the chat. So please join us. Tell us what you got, where you're from, and who you're rooting for out here. Seeing Jason Bice, rooting on Bubba Barfield, or tagging Bubba Barfield, trying to get some more viewers in here. We appreciate that, Jason. So yeah, please, if you guys are out there, tag anybody, share it. It goes a long way in helping us. We see a few people hitting the like button. That goes a long way, too. Ralph Shaheen, we see you out there hitting that like button. George Hart as well. So, please, we want to know what's going on, who you got in the field here this afternoon. And a lot of takers, a lot of drivers out there, and a lot of very talented drivers out there at that. So, still working to get, looks like Danny Chisholm off the track here as he's kind of pinned up against the wall. The car is, at least. So, we're going to take a few moments, and we'll come right back.
Line up as good as you roll. Line up as good as you roll. We'll stay single file for the moment.
So it looks like they have the field parked back there before turn number 11, before they got back to the chute here. Get that tow truck out here and hooked up to that Danny Chisholm Legend car here. And yeah, get this first caution wrapped up. Here comes the field back up through the chute. So they aren't parked just yet. They are moving still at the time. Single filed up out there, coming through the chute right behind them. So
27, you're to the left. Let's go, drivers. Get double filed up. Let's go. 9 to the right. You're on the right rear of the pace car. 27 on the left rear of the pace car. Opposite of the car in front of you, everyone. Opposite of the car in front of you.
So the first of 3 rounds for these guys here. We've already gotten through weekends, for the winter series here for the Legend Cars on US Legend Cars TV. There's Danny Chisholm's car. You hear coming to green this time, but we've got a packed house here, a packed show for you guys here this afternoon. It is a double show because they are not going to be racing tomorrow. They're putting both shows here this afternoon. So already done with the Bandoleros and the Masters. Currently have the pros out there on the track. Seeing Brent watching from Alaska. Thank you very much, Brent. That is amazing. Way out there. Mindy Favreau, she's watching here tonight at Parkway Family Restaurants, rooting on Daniel Wilk. So, you know, she is liking what she's seeing right now as Wilk is lined up on that front row. Seeing Mandy coming back from Rhode Island saying hi. Hi, Mandy. Welcome for joining us here on US Legends TV. Seeing that pace car, though, going to disappear behind that wall. The field is going to be back in the hands of Nate Trito. Nate gets a great restart here through turn number 1. We are green again for the pros feature. So Trito gets out to a good jump. Wilk gets out to second, but right now third is up for grabs. PJ Evans trying to defend over Justice Calabro. Trevor Krause also lurking back there as well. A really tight field here coming through that inner loop and back out on to turn number 5 here for the Roval Trito, leading the way still. So coming through turn 6, wow, really stepping out there for PJ Evans into 12, running in third, but keeps the tires underneath him and is right on the bumper of Wilk now, thinking of going to the outside of Wilk, going to try the crossover here through the carousel. Not going to have the position here, but still hanging on to third. Daniel Wilk trying to defend second right now. Trito liking what he's seeing as they come up through the chute here. He wants these two to battle, kind of help him separate the gap here. Really tight racing here between Evans and Wilk for second. The 27 and the 12 coming back around to turn number 3. Gets right on the bumper, pushes the 27 into 3 a little bit. I'm sure Wilk did not like that, but still hanging on. PJ thinking of going to the inside, doesn't have the room. Trying to find the room, though, because he wants to get back up there and battle it out with the leader here. All 3 of these drivers up front really showing great speed, but Trito stepping out here as they come through turn 6 and back down. This really steep decline here going towards the carousel. Number 9 leading the way. So Wilk thought he had to worry about Evans. Now Trito having to worry about Wilk, as Wilk on the bumper of that 9 machine. Wilk, our pole sitter here this evening, wants to get back up to P number 1. With 7 laps to go, coming back to the stripe to take 6 laps to go for that 27 machine. Really close here as they enter turn 1, entering turn 2 now, trying to get that speed down the back straightaway towards turn number 3. He gets the speed, pushes the 9 a little bit, but just kind of stalking for the time being. Right on the bumper again here, pushing, gets him out of the way. Wilk taking a look to the inside. I don't know if he has the room. Trito hanging on to it, though, coming out of turn number 5. Trito still hanging on. Wilk wants it, though. Who is going to get it as they go through turn 6? Trito, Wilk, Evans coming through 7, bumper to bumper to bumper here. Anyone can still get it as we near the halfway portion of this race here. Coming through the carousel, Wilk really on the bumper here. Trito doesn't get him too loose, but still gets a look to the inside. We're side by side coming towards turn number 11 here. Anybody's game coming through the chute here. Trito still hanging on to the lead. Wilk still hanging on to that inside look here, coming through 1. Might have the place to be for Wilk. Still not able to separate himself from Trito. Side by side down the back straightaway. Evans getting in the mix now. So Trito, Wilk, Evans. Wilk makes contacts with Trito. Evan, he's on the inside now, Wilk. Wilk tries to step back out, gets it single file, coming back out onto the Roval portion of the track, coming towards turn number 6 here. PJ lost a little bit of ground there in third, but still bumper to bumper to bumper. And don't look now, but 4th place, Justice Calabro, he is coming up in a hurry in that 25 machine. So we've got a 4-way battle for the lead here halfway through this feature for the pros here this afternoon. And right now, Trito leading the way as they come back towards turn number 11. So really tight battle here between our top 2 as it separates a little bit coming through that chute, though. Have to imagine it's going to tighten back up there. You see PJ still in third. Justice almost losing it there before getting to that chute portion of the racetrack. So we'll see if Justice can catch back up. But right now, 3-car battle for the lead with Nate Trito out in front. I got to give a quick shout out to my stepmother. I see Susan out there watching. Thank you, Susan from Dover. I think she's really enjoying the announcer. That's very nice, Susan. Thank you very much for the support, and don't criticize too hard. But right now, you can't criticize this racing. This is great racing happening out there on the circuit, coming back towards the carousel. 4 laps to go, just a few turns away from seeing 3 laps to go. Trito trying to hang on for these 3 laps, and it is going to be white knuckle for that 9 machine. Wilk right on the bumper. You can see him just really leaning on the 9, trying to make him mess up somewhere. Trito not having any of it. Wilk right on the bumper. PJ Evans right on his bumper. 3 laps to go. A 3-car race as they head towards turn number 3. So a lot of 3s happening right now. So we'll see if the 9, wow, he really pushes him out there in turn number 4. Wilk gets by him. PJ Evans trying to get by him too. Trito not giving it up just yet here as we come back towards turn number 5. Wilk now in sole possession of the lead here, coming back towards turn number 6. Trito, I know, is going to be hungry to get that back. So out of turn number 8, coming towards the carousel here. Wilk out in front, our pole sitter in the 27 machine, earned that spot back from Trito, who led this whole race up until a few turns ago, coming back towards turn number 11, up the chute. Wilk is going to see that 2 laps to go coming out from our starter here. Trito not out of the water yet, though. PJ Evans right on his bumper, too. PJ wants 2nd place here in this feature for the pros here before too long. He's still got a few laps to get it done in that 12 machine. But, yeah, starting to see Wilk really step out to a 3-4 car length gap. Lap car in front of him, though. Not going to hurt the entry too much. That's the 08 there of Nicholas Sawa. He gets on out of the way, doesn't interfere with this amazing lead battle between Wilk, Trito, and PJ Evans currently. So seeing Mats Wengdahl from Stockholm, Sweden. A huge shout out to Mats. Thank you for stopping on by and liking the stream and commenting and interacting with us. Make sure you head on over to uslegendcars.tv if you want to go ahead and watch all the day's festivities here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. It's been a great one so far. The 3rd feature of this afternoon, and it has been a great one. Now coming back to the white flag, 1 lap to go here for Daniel Wilk. Trito is trying to catch up and also trying to defend. Gets loose heading into turn 1. PJ has to check up a little bit. They almost made contact, but keep it going in that right direction here. But that is going to really help Wilk step out to the lead here in that 27 machine. So Wilk out to about 8 car length gap now over the 9 machine of Nate Trito. So just a few more turns to go for Wilk, and he will win the pro feature here, the first feature for the pros here this afternoon. It's coming out of turn 7, going into turn number 8 here. Wilk sees the mirror. He's got no competition here. He's got to be careful not to overstep coming through these last couple of turns. A really tight chicane, or excuse me, carousel here. So it got real tight there between Nate Trito and PJ Evans. This is for 2nd. Coming back to the stripe here, we know who the winner is. Daniel Wilk is going to win, but 2nd is going to be Nate Trito. 3rd is going to go to PJ Evans.
Checkers out, everyone. Checkers out. 27-9.
So thank you everybody for stopping on by our live look-in here on Facebook and interacting with everybody. We see Kenny Tripp saying watching from Maine. We see Sean Miller out there cheering on the GSD Racing Shop while getting some his legend ready for 2023 season. Got a shout out from Kenny Tripp to TJ Moon as well. So thank you everybody for stopping on by and giving us some people to look out for here this afternoon. So make sure you head on over to uslegendcars.tv and make sure you check out the whole show here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. So thanks for stopping by, and head on over.